Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Emily, this is Marley, and this is Bump. So, today is our 12-week scan. I am 11 weeks and 6 days. My hair, I have nothing to say guys, postpartum hair. You're just gonna have to excuse it. So yeah, today is the 12-week scan. And I don't know how I feel. I expected to be a lot more nervous than I am. But I also expected to be more excited. This whole pregnancy, I've just been in this neutral stage of like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I aren't excited, I aren't too nervous. I mean, I am excited. It's so hard to word it. A bit of context in case you aren't familiar with our channel. The cycle before this pregnancy, I had a miscarriage at 6 weeks. And a few years back, I also had another miscarriage at 5 weeks. And then obviously we have one healthy little baby boy. So yeah, in my personal statistics, based off my history, pregnancy just doesn't work out. And I can't believe that we're at this stage, to be honest. It's gone really fast, I must say. The first like 4 to 9 weeks dragged, and then the last 3 weeks have just gone so quickly. But I think that was because we had Marley's birthday, getting ready for the holiday, and then the actual holiday itself, it's all just kind of gone really, really fast. We literally got back from Menorca yesterday, so I haven't really had time to sit and ponder. It's been quite difficult today, but you know what? He was absolutely unbelievably amazing the whole holiday, so I can't fault him. He can have his day today. I've been grumpy. So I've just been so busy with him that I haven't even really thought about it. But obviously, I wish I could like let you guys into my brain. I really don't know how to explain the fact of how I feel. So, it is thunder and lightning like crazy. Every time it thunders, the whole house shakes. And I don't know how I feel about that either. I was hoping that today would be bright and sunny and we'll maybe see a rainbow as like a sign of, you know, it's all gonna be okay. But it's pure thunder. It is 2:30 now. Jordan has just finished work, so he's heading back now to leave at 3:30, and then the scan is at 4:30. Yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys along to the appointment, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be positive. Yeah, this pregnancy just seems to have been too easy. I haven't had any bleeding, which obviously in the 2 I miscarried, there was bleeding, and even in Marley's pregnancy I had 2 episodes of bleeding. I had not really bad, I had morning sickness in weeks like 5, 6, I want to say about 8, 9 weeks. I was like sick, like couldn't move off the sofa all day, felt like utter crap. And I haven't really had any since. I haven't got any major symptoms, to be honest, other than just feeling a bit crappy, a bit sicky, well, very tired. But yeah, no major symptoms, which was the same with Marley, so I'm trying not to stress too much, but obviously that could be a sign that there's something wrong, but just have to wait and see. On a morning, I must say, I can really feel my uterus, and I remember it with Marley too, but this time it feels even bigger. Like when I wake up in the morning, if I'm laid on my back and I put my hand on my belly, there's like a lump. Is probably the best way to describe it, which obviously is the baby. I am definitely got a bump, although isn't that obvious now, but yeah, definitely starting to show. If you've seen this, you'll have probably seen the announcement pictures we took the other day on holiday, which was after dinner. So there was definitely a bump after dinner. Definitely a bump after dinner. But yeah, I'm not gonna waffle on for too long. We will see you at the hospital. So we just got to the hospital and we have 15 minutes to spare. So I'm drinking my water. We've brought Marley because he's my baby. I take my baby everywhere. I don't leave him. Some people probably think that's crazy, but I just don't like to leave him. So he's here with us and I'm really hoping that he's just gonna be a star. The scans I had before with the last pregnancy, he wasn't a fan, but I've got Jordan here this time to actually help, so hopefully he'll be able to entertain him while I'm actually having the scan. So yeah, I don't know if they'll let me film in there. They probably won't, but I'll hopefully get some kind of footage. I forgot that you have to wear these masks still in hospital. So, I'm coming at you from the future because after that 12-week scan, I was not in a position to film because I was just really freaking sad. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into everything that happened because that was a whole experience. So, first of all, we have a beautiful little healthy baby, which is the main thing. These are two of the same picture. We'll get into it, guys. So yeah, that's baby. No nub theory, so all you nub theory experts, have a go, but yeah, there's no nub. I have tried, I have assessed, I have posted in groups. Yeah. If anyone knows anything about skull theory, let me know down below what you think, because I just don't get that. I've tried like researching it, do not get it. They definitely look a lot different than Marley's did. They've got like a more sticky out forehead and like a really skinny neck. But yeah, so healthy baby, which of course is all that we can ask for and it's all we're grateful for, so yeah. However, that appointment was so bad. So I got the letter like a few weeks ago, obviously saying, you have a scan with us, this is the date, this is the time, here's what you need to do, here's where you need to go, all the deets. It said children are more than welcome to come, however, you need another adult there to look after them, which obviously, like if you're literally in the middle of a scan, you can't be responsible for children. Which, can I just add, this is the same hospital I had all my early pregnancy scans at with the last pregnancy while I was going through the miscarriage. And they were amazing, they were lovely. Marley came with me by myself to all of those appointments. They were all amazing with him, entertaining him with me, like they were absolutely amazing. This was a different department though, that was early pregnancy, this was radiology. So, we get there, I've got Jay, got Marley. So we're waiting, everyone's smiling, you know, talking nice to us, all the people we'd spoke to so far, like the receptionist. A nurse came and pulled us into a different room to wait. So yeah, all was going good, we were on time, perfect timing. Marley had napped, so it was all going to be great. So this guy comes around the corner and calls my name. So I stand up with Marley, with the pushchair, with Jay, and he's like, oh sorry, no children are allowed into the scan room. And I was like, oh, that isn't what the letter said. The letter said that they could come in. And really complicated, like where the nurse had taken us wasn't like an official waiting room. It was like right outside like the staff room, I don't even know. And we were only there like a few seconds before this sonographer came out and got us. So he was like, you know, you can't bring him in. I was like, oh, he is like not gonna be okay if I leave, like he's not gonna be okay. So he went back and got someone else and she was like, yeah, no children are allowed in. I was like, oh, okay, what do you want me to do with him then? And they were like, oh, we'll leave him in the staff room. And I was like, I'm sorry, but like a lot of people who I don't know and who my baby don't know aren't looking after my baby. So yeah, they were like wanting him to just go in the staff room on his own, and I knew he wasn't going to be okay with that. He was feeling emotional, he was wanting boob, so that wasn't happening. I was like saying that can't happen, like Jay's gonna have to stay with him, and they were like, well, he can't go in the staff room because there's confidential information in there. And I was a bit like, well, what are you expecting then? What do you want? Like, anyway. And then they just got really funny and they were like, you know what, no, like, they can't come in. They're going to have to wait outside the staff room and be supervised by the staff while I went in for the scan by myself. Which, bearing in mind, I was not expecting good news at this appointment because we've had previous losses. Yeah, so that was another thing she said to me. She was like, we can't have children here because it's not always good news, you know. And she said it really sarcastically, like I was like naive. And I was like, yes, I am very aware of that, thanks. So yeah, anyway, I was feeling really upset at this point and just kind of annoyed. I was like, just feeling emotional. So I went in and I had like my phone in my hand and she was like, just pop your things on the chair. I was like, okay, and I had my phone still. I didn't have any things. I was like, okay. And I got on the bed. She was like, no, you need to put your phone there. You can't have your phone on you right now. I was like, right, okay, let me just put my phone on the chair then. I don't see why it matters. I really wish I'd put it on like record and just like got this whole thing because honestly. So it was a man that was doing the actual, you know, scan. And then I think he was maybe new, so he was been like supervised by another lady. So they're like doing the scan and there was like a big screen in front of me, which I aren't used to. Like with my scans with Marley at a different hospital, it wasn't like that. So I was like, oh great, I'm gonna really get to see the baby. Anyway, he put it on, saw baby, like paused it, like took a picture, and he was getting his measurements. And then he unpaused, took another picture and took the measurements, like didn't speak to me. And he was speaking to like this other woman though about other patients, other things, I don't even know. And then he like moved on to like my other bits and bobs, my ovaries. Well, he was like looking for my ovaries for like 10 minutes and I don't know what he was doing, but it kept really hurting. And I would like jump because it was like a really sudden sharp pain. And he was like, you don't need to jump, can you just tell me if I'm hurting you? And I was like, I don't know when it's gonna hurt, it just hurts when it hurts. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then I did it again and he like gave me the dirtiest look and he was like, just tell me if it hurts. I was like, anyway, he's searching for my ovaries for 10 minutes and he's like, I can't find any ovaries here. It was like, I don't know if that's an ovary, but that looks way too small to be an ovary at this gestation, which had me panicked. Never found my ovaries. So apparently my ovaries have gone missing. And then with my appointments, with all my scans with Marley, they've like let you just watch baby for like just a minute at least. Like, and kind of showed you like, this is the skull, this is the belly, this is the bladder, like, you know, just showed you things like, oh look, there's a little hand waving at you. And made it like a special thing. And he was like done. So I like haven't seen the baby at this point. All I've seen is like when he first went on, saw the baby and he paused it. That's all I've seen. I haven't seen like baby moving or anything. And he was like, do you want any pictures? Well, he wasn't actually, no. He was like, right, you're all done. And the lady was like, oh, are you wanting any pictures? And I was like, oh, yes, please. He was like, okay, well, it's £5 for 2, £10 for 4. I was like, oh, I'll have 4, please. And he was like, okay. And he printed off 4 of the same picture. I was like, I aren't paying £10 for the same photo 4 times. So I was like, oh, if it's the same photo, don't worry, I'll just have 2. So yeah, that was a douche thing. Like, I really feel like I didn't get to see the baby at all. And then he was like, okay, so now you need to really think about your 20-week scan. If you're wanting to find out the gender, that is fine. We will verbally tell you, but that is not what the scan is about. And he was like, we will not be writing it on a piece of paper. We you know, he was just really rude. He was like, if you want to go have a fancy gender reveal, then you need to pay for it private, you need to go somewhere else. That is not what these scans are for. These are medical assessments only. So yeah, just really rude about like the whole thing. And I was just absolutely gutted at this point. Like, I was really wanting to ask questions about the baby and just stuff, and I just couldn't because I just felt like utter crap. And then as I was like leaving, the lady came out and she said, by the way, I've made a note that you brought a baby to this scan. If you bring him next time at your 20-week scan, we will not be scanning you. They were just so rude, and I left feeling crap. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll probably know I was already feeling like disconnected from this baby, and I was hoping I'd go for that scan, everything had changed, I'd feel amazing, and I'd be able to get excited about this pregnancy, and I left just gutted. I felt like I hadn't seen the baby, like, I don't know. It was just crap. It was a really horrible experience, and it's put me off my 20-week scan. I don't even want to go for it. I am thinking about changing trusts. I do really want to change to who I was with Marley. The only problem with that is having to travel 45 minutes for every midwife appointment, which isn't convenient with Marley. So yeah, crap experience, but at the end of the day we have a little not so shrimp looking baby anymore, and they were actually measuring 12 weeks and 1 day, so 2 days ahead of what they should have been. Yeah, so there's two of the same photo. I think I'm gonna leave that video here and just have it as like my 12-week scan appointment, because yeah, whole experience of its own. I don't want to like put anyone off. Most places aren't like this, I think. We did end up booking in and going private for our scans so that we could bond with baby, and I have since. Like I said, I'm coming at you at 17 weeks pregnant, so it's been a little while. Yeah, so things are great now, baby's healthy, baby is bonded with, very much so. Yeah, so thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video. The next few videos are kind of gender related, old wives' tales, like finding out the gender reveal, how I feel about the gender. So yeah, subscribe if you want to know all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.